this part of the video is going to go over some of this soda can design once again. So we should already have this part designed in Illustrator, and we are now going to apply it on top of a pop can, so it will look somewhat like that example. Okay, so you should have shown me your design. So we should be at step 4. You added your text. So in Illustrator, I have, Illustrator, I have my finished design. Okay, you're supposed to have 4 text boxes on here. Pretend that I do. I don't right now, but pretend I do. So you should have shown me this, and if you would have showed me something like this, I would have said, hey, designer, you forgot to add 4 text boxes. Go back and add those. Okay, so this is the step that you should have done. All right, then in order to create up the mock-up part of this, there is a Photoshop document. So we're going to hop from Illustrator into Photoshop, and you're going to have to download this template from Canvas. Okay, so I'm in the soda can design overview. You're going all the way down to the bottom. You're clicking this template, and then you're going to have to download this. It looks like that. So our example is going to be kind of flip-flopped from the one that's on that page. All right, because then once that is downloaded, you should be able to then open that up. I just double-clicked it and open it up right in Photoshop. Okay, Photoshop should be installed on your computers. If you can't find Photoshop, you could use the Finder, and you could go into Applications, and then you should be able to find Photoshop 20, the latest version, in order to click on it to open it. Okay, all right. So with this lovely mock-up, there's just a few things we have to do here. Okay, so we want our huge design to fill over here on this space, and then we're going to apply that same design on the top of the soda can. So you'll see that says paste full design here. Okay, so click on that layer, because then over in Illustrator, let me hop back to that, we are simply going to use the selection tool, and we're going to click on this outside this box, and we're going to click and we're going to drag all the way across in order to select everything in our Illustrator design. Okay, then on your keyboard, hit Command C to copy that, and over here in Photoshop, you are simply going to make sure that you're clicked on that top layer and hit Command V. Okay, and then as you paste it, it's going to ask you what you want to paste it as. Super important, we want to paste this as a smart object, and make sure this is checked to add it to your current library. This should work, the library feature should work, but I couldn't get it to work, so let's see if it works for you. Okay, so click OK there, and that will probably give you this object as another layer, which is fine, but then we have these little bounding boxes. Okay, so in Photoshop, you can simply click one of the corners. You don't have to necessarily hold down Shift, and you should be able to make this larger. Okay, so all I need you to simply do is to take and like put it up here in the little corner, so it hits that corner, and then you're just gonna drag it down until it fills to the bottom. Okay, so by doing that, we should be roughly about halfway through our space, right? Snazzy. All right, if for whatever reason, let me see if I do this. Yes, if you can't see those little bounding box up here on, I have the move tool selected, it's just the top one. And then if this is checked off, show transform tools, you won't be able to see that to move it, but if you click this on, show transform tools, now you have your bounding boxes. Okay, be careful that you don't click this one and oh, that won't skew it. Okay, never mind. Good deal. Because make sure you keep it in proportion, was what I was going to say. Okay, you are halfway done. Congrats. All right, and then you will find a whole bunch of other fun layers here. The only one you need to be aware of is this one right here. I'm going to shut it off and turn it back on. So we are going to apply your design on right on the top of that soda can, and then it will look like your design is right on top. All right, so in order to do this, I'm going to turn that layer back on, but see what layer I'm on? Okay, super important. See where my cursor is clicking? I am going to double click right here because there is another Photoshop document embedded right here. Okay, so I'm not clicking over here, that's my mask, I'm clicking right here. Got it? Okay, so double click on that, and it might give you a warning that text layers are not updated. That's okay, you don't need to update those. All right, because then that opened up what design they have on their pop can currently. So if I flip back to my original, see, smart, isn't it? Okay, so we really don't need all of this text. You can turn all of these little eyes off. That will take all the text off. And this rectangle right now is a really dark yellow color, and you probably don't want that to be yellow. And so you can simply select that rectangle. I just double clicked on it, and you can turn this to be white, because there are some, I would definitely make it white because there are some parts that may show when you import your design. Okay, because then we are simply, see over here in library, we should be able to, in our current library, and maybe do I need to search in my libraries? Is that where it's at? Let me search really quick. Because if we save that design before in your libraries panel, it should come up here, and mine does not come up over here in my libraries palette, because if it did, then I could easily click on it and boom, I'm there. But for some reason my libraries is not working. So if libraries works for you, click it and it should just fill right into the space. Okay, so we need to take that label again that we had in Illustrator, and we need to paste it into this. So I am gonna go back to my Illustrator document, and I still have everything selected, but if you deselected, click up here, drag all the way across. So I'm hitting copy again. Back over in Photoshop, I am on this lovely little rectangle right here, and I am simply going to paste once again, so Command V. And once again, I want this to come in as a smart object, so I will hit OK. All right, then your design may be smaller than their template, not a problem. We just have to take and resize this and realize this is now your pop can, right? So if we probably want to make it fill pretty large, and you can let some of it run off the side. You definitely don't want to let your text run off, but we can make this like bigger than it's supposed to be and run some of my design off if I want to use up some of my space. So you could do this and intentionally let some of that design run off, as long as you have your text that's on there. Or if you don't want to do that, maybe that's not going to work with your design, you need to keep it more sized to the way it was. And then all we need to do is we need to take this blue color and put it also in this rectangle back here so it all matches. Follow me? Okay, so I'm just going to hit return right there because that will place my smart object where it is. Okay, and then I need to select my eyedropper tool. And with my eyedropper tool, I'm going to click on this blue. So my blue is now down here in my color. And then if I go into my rectangle, oh, I bet I can do it this way. I bet I can click on my rectangle and then use my eyedropper and click on the blue. Oh, almost. Okay, got it. So I have my blue. Okay, because then one more step, we have to use the paint bucket. So paint bucket tool is right here. It looks like this. Click on that guy. Then with that white rectangle highlighted, like you'll see little bars on it, we should be able to, oh, we can't pop it in there. This shape must be rasterized. Do you want to rasterize the shape? Well, yeah, sure, let's rasterize the shape. Okay, then I'm gonna fill that in there. Voila! Okay, so then if we go back to this document, nothing has happened yet, but I go back to that layer 221. Okay, then I'm going to hit File and Save. Because now when I go back to my other document, there it is. All right, because then if you need to change things, see how my text got a little bit far off to the side? I may have to go back to this, and I might want to go to this layer, use my move tool, and I might want to squeeze that over just a little bit because it's wrapping, right? So it's gonna wrap that around, and then I can go and do File and Save once again, go back to my template. Now it's moved over a little bit, because then, voila, you have your design. Undo. You have your design right on top, and all of the shadows are already there. It all looks all fancy. You are finished. Congrats. Okay, so last thing that you need to do, make sure that this is just saved, because this is like a document that's going to be tied to this document. Okay, so make sure you hit save over here on the layer 221. All right, and then on the actual template thing, you are going to do a save as. And I need you to add your name. So first and last name, but I'm just going to put my last name because my last name is super long. First and last name into this. Right now it is a Photoshop document. I would save that to your cloud documents right now so that you have a copy of it in your own documents. So do one save as like that. Photoshop documents, just like Illustrator documents, are really big. Okay, so in order to turn this in, I think we are going to export as a PNG file. We can probably do a quick export. Let's go export as. Yep, okay. Export as PNG. We want transparency. We can leave all of this the same, scale it to 100%. The file name should stick. We should be good. So we're going to export that, and then you can export that to your downloads if you wish. Because then from there you're going to load it to Canvas, and that is what I will see to print and also to grade. Well done.